A couple days ago, Russell Westbrook decided to call it a career after 18 years in the league, and I just wanted to talk about his career, what he meant to the NBA, and how iconic he was as a player for players and for people like me who grew up watching Westbrook in his prime and towards the end of his career. So I just want to talk about it and how impactful Westbrook has been. First off, Westbrook is one of my favorite players. His captivating play style, his electric ability to go in transition on offense and defense, and has some of the craziest dunks of all time. I mean, like, Westbrook was the poster boy for incredible highlights and plays, especially in the early to mid 2000s, how incredible of a player he was. And I think for a lot of people, especially my age, I'm 22, a lot of people's favorite players growing up, I mean, he had just a captivating energy about him on the court. And I remember before KD left, a lot of people saw that he would be a superstar when KD left. He already was a superstar, but that mask Westbrook phase that he had, them being up 3-1 against the Warriors, I think Westbrook just being one of the most entertaining players of all time. And then even in Houston and with the Wizards, he still was a really great player, and he still was really fun to watch. His ability to just transcend and fly across the court at just lightning speed was incredible to see, especially for a highlight reel. If it weren't for Derrick Rose getting injured, I think him and Westbrook would have been the pioneers for players you see like Ant, you see Ja, you see even Scoot Henderson. These players that are maybe not the best shooters, especially Ant at the beginning of his career. Right now he has improved a lot, but these players who have just completely transformed the way that we view the point guard position, of just being absolutely dominant going downhill and just feeding their guys through their playmaking ability and their athleticism. And we haven't seen that before Westbrook really put that on display, and so he is the pioneer for that. Another thing he's the pioneer for is the desensitization of the triple-double. Nowadays, we look at Jokic's stat lines and we brush it aside. We're like, oh, that's typical Jokic when he drops a triple-double, a crazy triple-double. But when Westbrook was doing it back in 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, he was giving new life to this record that had never been touched before. He has, just broke the record for most triple doubles in a season, broke Oscar Robertson's record for nearly a 50-year record at that point, and he just completely broke down barriers of stuff that we never thought would be possible in a basketball game at the point guard position. And Westbrook has completely changed the meaning of triple-double. He is Mr. Triple-Double at the end of the day. Even if Jokic passes him in the next couple seasons, he is Mr. Triple-Double because he absolutely revolutionized the way that we think about triple-doubles. Talking about magical seasons, we got to talk about the 2017 MVP season that Westbrook had, how he was able to carry that roster from KD leaving them, and they didn't really have the best floor spacing or depth or anything good around them, and he was still able to floor raise them to being a playoff team. And even though they lost in ugly fashion, right, Westbrook was still able to elevate that team that didn't have much spacing or the ability to really do anything outside of him. And he was able to put up some incredible numbers, some incredible performances, some iconic moments. And Westbrook will always be remembered for that season. And that is personally one of my favorite MVP seasons of all time. I remember arguing around the middle school lunch table, and I was like, he's MVP over Harden. And those were just good times. I just remember Westbrook and that iconic MVP speech. Westbrook is one of the most iconic players of all time, and the MVP season is the most iconic moment for his entire career. I think it's fair to say that Westbrook is a top 10 point guard of all time, probably in the lower 5 range, maybe 10 to 7, I would say. Don't know how to rank it right there, but yeah, I would solidify him as one of those point guards, one of the best point guards of all time. And ever since 2010, I would only really take, Steph, Luka, Shea, Chris Paul, and maybe Dame, but Dame is debatable. I would take Westbrook over Dame, but those 4, unless I'm forgetting someone off the top of my head, right, those are the only 4 point guards I would take over him in that span since 2010. But Westbrook is going to be regarded and remembered as a legend, a pioneer at the point guard position, and one of the best point guards of all time. He'll also be remembered as probably the most electrifying point guard of all time, and one of those floor raisers as well. So in terms of point guard rankings, that's where he should rank. I think I also want to talk about the criticism he got in his career, especially towards those Lakers days and even past that. Even though he did play well for the Nuggets in those limited minutes that he had, and played well for the Clippers in the small role he had, I think the amount of criticism and hate he was just getting towards the end of his career was unfair and unwarranted in ways that were unnecessary. Right? We all knew about Westbrook's limitations from his game. He wasn't really the best shooter. Sometimes he's inefficient, right? But it comes with his incredible playmaking, his high motor, his ability to be the best teammate on his team, and he's able to fight for all his teammates and really elevate that floor of a team, right? Just some nitpicks here and there that, yeah, we all acknowledge they have flaws in players, but I think towards the end of his career, it was extremely disrespectful to Westbrook. And I hope that isn't what many people remember him as in the last 4 or 5 years of his career, where he was declining, even though he had great seasons on the Wizards, right? I hope people remember that prime Westbrook, that electrifying Westbrook, the Westbrook that had the entire league in a chokehold, where everyone loved Westbrook and his play style. So I think the criticism got too far. It's warranted in some aspects, but it should be in a respectful manner. All in all, Westbrook is one of the best players of my generation, one of the best point guards of my generation, and will go down as one of the best point guards of all time and an NBA legend. And he'll have his jersey retired by the Thunder. I hope so. And he was just a pioneer for the game in the way that we view point guards and how we view them to be high motor and really just elevating the offense. So Westbrook, after a great 18-year career, Hall of Fame, first ballot, top 75 player of all time, he has stamped himself as an NBA legend forever. And it's just hats off to a great career. It is just sad to see that our childhood is coming to a close, but Westbrook retiring just reminds us why he is one of the best players we've ever seen.